Hello again, YouTube. This is Truth Blaster, blasting you with the truth. And on this particular broadcast, I want to talk about symbols or coincidences. Symbols or coincidences. Notice Kamala, the wrestler, dies when Kamala Harris is selected as the VP candidate. Symbol or coincidence? And after and during around the same time of all the racial tension concerning George Floyd, Jacob Blake, and all the others who are allegedly being brutalized by police, and all the racial tension is going on in the United States. We have a movie about Fred Hampton, the former Black Panther that was gunned down by police. And we have the actor Chadwick Boseman on Black Panther dying. Symbols or coincidences? You tell me. Me personally, and there's a reason why my videos are being basically censored on the down low, censored by YouTube. Because if you go back to my old channel from back in the day, I've been on YouTube since 2008, February 3rd to be exact. And it appears that the censoring was always going on, but it gotten worse. It gotten a little worse when I made the video 1 year before 2012 saying nothing will happen because it has to fulfill Bible prophecies. That's when the censorship went through the roof. It was always going on, but that's when it went through the roof. When I made that video, if you go onto my old page, Prophet Howard, then you'll see that I made a video 1 year to the date about 2012 saying that nothing would happen on that day. And now, as I continue, even though my videos are unfairly being hidden, I still, for those of you that will be allowed to see this, I say, are these symbols or coincidences that during all this unrest and tension about police brutality and Black Lives Matter and Jacob Blake and George Floyd, that they would come out with a movie about Black Panther, and that the vice presidential candidate, first name happened to be Kamala, and the wrestler Kamala dies? Symbols or coincidences? But yet, I'm always being called everything from an idiot to crazy to Uncle Ruckus to this, that, by people who cannot disprove anything that I say. They can only throw rhetoric around. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a conspiracy theorist. You this, you that, and block me out of the conversation, not let me get a word in. These are the actions of people who don't know what they're talking about, and people who don't believe what they're talking about. And people like this, they will say that these are all coincidences, no matter how they line up. During the unrest, Black Panther dies. During the selection of the vice president, the wrestler by the same name dies. All of a sudden, all these years, now we make a movie about Fred Hampton and being killed by the police with all this going on. Come on, man. Y'all can't see this, man. Y'all can't see this. All of this stuff is because of one main reason. the Democrats, George Soros, they want to speed up the process. These things are gonna happen anyway. But Trump is kind of in the way because Trump and the Republicans are not globalists. They're more nationalistic. And so the Democrats, what they do is they want us to have a perverted perception of the nationalistic views of Trump and the Republicans. They want us to believe they're more Ku Klux Klan-like views. But if you didn't watch the movie Get Out, the movie Get Out should have showed you that in regards to the Klan would vote for Obama over Trump. So we can throw all that, the fake tattoos people got on their backs about the Confederate flag, and all of a sudden we hearing about the Confederate flag after all these years. Come on, man, this stuff is staged. Because the Democrats will be more cooperative with the United Nations. And that would bring more government interference in everyday life. And more government interference in everyday life leads to what? Loss of freedom. Loss of freedom. You start making people go to certain schools. You start putting limits on how much wealth a person can have. If you start doing these things, then you're taking away their freedoms. If you start putting restrictions on the type of guns and the type of modifications these guns can have, these are the reason. And you know what's weird? I wasn't even this enlightened concerning politics. I was more democratic, trying to be like my parents and stuff like that. I wasn't informed. But as I grew into my intelligence and my maturity, I saw it for what it was. A bunch of garbage. Not garbage, garbage. And people be trying to argue at work. I ain't finna argue with you at work because I can't get you like I want. I can't really get under your skin with truth at work. That's why I say you got to separate work, business, and pleasure. And on that note, I'm going to close. Symbols or coincidences? I say symbols, man. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe on your page. Thanks for listening.